How's it going, reprobates? Welcome to the stream. I'm going to give folks some updates about what's going on here in LA as far as what I have seen personally on the ground. I'm not trying to put in any political conjecture about things. Obviously, I have my own political beliefs, but I just want to give folks the lowdown of what's going on from me, an eyewitness, so that you guys at least have that that information. I'm gonna see who's in chat. Here's what's up, Sam. How's it going, Terry? James Birchfield, White Russian. Stumpy said hi. What's up? Jamie McLean says do a emote. That's not how you post an emote. You have to like actually type in which emote it is. Fans 101, what's up? Santiago, what's up? Sahil says W Ice. Okay, then you get banned. Goodbye. That's so crazy to me. I'm sure they're bots, honestly. I have two complete morons asking why I'm not at the riot. First off, it's not a riot. And second off, the protests have been going on this is day 5 now. So, you know, in order for people to be able to continue for the long run, you have to go out for a certain amount of time and then rest for a certain amount of time. And also, the city of LA put a curfew last night. They mandated that everyone be inside after 8 p.m. So a lot of people were not inside after 8 p.m. A lot of people were out well past 10 as an act of resistance because, you know, I thought this was fucking America where we're free and not not Nazi Germany where you can't be outside after a certain time. So I'm going to ignore all the dumbass fascists in chat and the bots because you're not real people. I do have a lot of regulars. Regulars, raise your hand if you're here. Say hi while I ban some people. Sam says I heard the words curfew and Marines. Yeah, I did see Marines last night. I'll get into that in a second. Bands 101 says, love your new cup. Thanks. This came from, oh shit, what's their name? I'm not quite remembering it right now. I was up pretty late last night. And, I only just got up, not too long ago. I was helping with the medical supply distribution. And there was a lot that happened with that. There was a point after curfew. I'm trying to adjust my mic here. Where the medical distributors were going back to the storehouse and they were followed by police. You know, to be clear, they were complying. They were going back to the storehouse after curfew was implemented, which implementing a curfew just like that is not fair to people. Like, people have lives, people still have to go places and go to work. You know, you can't do that. People have the right to exercise their free speech, and to punish the entire city because you don't want certain people to have the right to exercise their free speech is fascist. It's evil. But these people who were distributing medical supplies were going back to the storehouse, got followed by the police. They got detained by the police. The police threatened them and verbally harassed them while they were detaining them, even though they had absolutely no reason to detain them. They were completely within their right. They weren't doing anything. They were literally just transporting medical supplies back to their storehouse. Um, and they were held there for a while. They were bullied and intimidated. And then the police confiscated their medical supplies. There is absolutely zero reason for anybody to confiscate medical supplies from anybody. There is no reason to do that. Fortunately, those distributors didn't have like all of their medical supplies with them. They just had a few bins with them, but those are medical supplies that people donated to help other people to stay safe and healthy. And if that isn't a show of how evil the police are right now, I don't know what is. What would show that? I'm just gonna go ahead and ban a few people. There's a lot of trolls. There's only 45 people in chat, and most of them are trolls. I don't understand what the fuck is wrong with YouTube, but that's okay because I can ban all of the Nazis. Mike Rush says, just found your channel. Stop by the live out of curiosity. Welcome. Freeneck says, how is the protest you stay after dark? Well, I do not recognize the authority of LAPD to tell me when I'm allowed to be outside. I do not recognize it. That being said, I was out. I'm not going to tell you where or in what capacity. But yeah, I believe in freedom. And I think that that there are ways that people can help without actually going up on the front lines. I think that people should be concerned by the fact that the city is trying to tell people when they're allowed to be outside. I think that's really fucked up. And if you're not alarmed by that, then you're a goddamn moron. Like all these people that say W ICE, which I'm certain they're bots. I'm certain they're bots. But yeah, that's insane. So like I was thinking last night, like some ways that people who maybe are more vulnerable and don't want to be on the front lines or, you know, facing down with fucking literal Gestapo can help. And one way that I was thinking is that, I don't know, I think black bloc is a really good look. I think that everybody should just wear black bloc all the time if you're an ally or whatever. Like, you don't have to, like, literally just wear all black as often as possible and loiter a lot. Wear all black and loiter. That's what people can do. Because if there's a bunch of people just hanging out all over, like, they don't need to be downtown where the curfew is. They can be near downtown. So then police will be rolling around the block, eyeballing them, thinking that they're people that just came from the protest when they're not, and they can't prove shit because they weren't there, right? And people could start wearing masks again just to confuse the cops as well. But yeah, black bloc is the hottest look of the summer. Let everybody know. White Russian says, I love Los Angeles so much. I've been in tears over this. Yeah, it's really fucked up. It is really fucked up, and a lot of people are being hurt. I'm just going ahead and banning like 50 people from my chat. Let's see. All right, there we go. Watch out, the Marines are gonna get you guys. Ha! Okay, that's what a fucking dumb shit. How fucking stupid can you be to like fake news? I did see Marines last night though. I saw about 10 of them, and I saw them for 5 minutes. I saw 10. No, they weren't Marines. I saw 0 Marines. Sorry. Let me restate that. I saw 0 Marines. There were no Marines on the ground anywhere that I saw. Literally none. So any Marines that were deployed are either straight up refusing to go, or there's a reason why they can't go, because Trump's a fucking idiot and doesn't know anything about how to run anything, much less a military. He's a goddamn buffoon. I did see 10 National Guard people, 10 of them, and they were standing in front of City Hall for about a half hour, and then they left. So big scary military presence in LA. Ooh, like we're so fucking scared. That was very threatening. 10 guys, and they looked like they were really embarrassed to be there. I'm gonna be real. I did get them on video. I've got a bunch of video, and I'll probably upload some of it, but I want to go over it so I can make sure that I'm not being distasteful about what video I'm putting out, because I'm an anarchist first and foremost, and a YouTuber like somewhere in fifth. You know, like YouTubing is not my life. I'm not uploading video to YouTube for clout. I do not need to capitalize on this altercation, this movement, like some YouTubers do. Like some YouTubers do. You fucking goobers. You fucking goobers. Taking up space on the front lines and putting people in danger. You fucking idiots. Have some class. But I am taking my phone. See, I'm a fucking anarchist first and foremost. So I'm taking my phone without the SIM card to record videos, and I'm screening those videos and making sure that everything's safe for people, that I'm not putting anybody on blast, and then I'm uploading little clips, okay? Patty Wax says, I'm sure they're very embarrassed. I am. I literally got a video where I walked by the National Guard guys that were standing in front of the city hall, and they were like, most of them were just, they looked like they were just disassociating, like, oh my god. And then half of them were like trying to look like cool, like they were just kind of like, hi, you know, like there's one I got on the video, and he was just trying to look friendly, like, hi, you know, like I'm not with these fucking pigs, you know, we're just doing what we are supposed to do. And that's all I saw of them. And then they were gone, and they were replaced by LAPD very quickly. All right. I'm just going to ban some more chuds. Chuds, come out. Let me know. If you're a chud, raise your hand so I can ban your ass. Let's fucking go. And to the rest of you, cheers. I hope that everybody's having a great morning. Or not morning, it's like 4. Great after evening. Time is an illusion at this point. I forgot that I'm not doing the Total Chaos morning show where it's morning 100% of the time. Self-sacrifice, raised hand. Okay, you're a chud. Get out of my chat. Goodbye. Thank you for identifying yourself, by the way. That's very useful. Feisty Frosty says deleting them doesn't help you. Let them make you money. You obviously have no idea who I am or what I stand for, Feisty Frosty. I don't give a fuck. I just don't want them clogging up my chat with their bullshit. PS3 says, wow, cool look. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sam says it's 8:45 p.m. and I'm putting sugar and milk in my coffee right now. Okay, so it's morning for Sam. Hell yeah. Good morning, Sam. Halferland says clog. All right. I'm going to plunge this toilet here. Let's hide user on channel. Great. I love doing that. Goodbye. What the fuck is even that? No, Noah, that was episode 2 of Total Chaos Morning Show. You missed that. Kelly says, are you saying chud? I've never heard of that before. It sounds like a weird word. It is, a chud is like a white supremacist or a fascist or somebody that loves cops. Yeah, a chud is just like the absolute bottom of the barrel oaf. Like, usually a white man, but a chud can also be. Chuds are almost exclusively male and almost exclusively white, but I have met brown chuds before. Brown chuds are the worst too because they're like self-hating chuds. Chuds are racist and they like to cosplay as military, but they're not. You know what I mean? You know, like Proud Boys are chuds. Feisty says, I don't care if you're trans, stand on that. Deleting them only makes more hate and resentment long term. That's not true. That's just a stupid thing to say, actually. I don't have to sit here and entertain chuds saying hateful shit. This is my channel, and I'm allowed to have whoever the fuck I do want on my channel and ban whoever the fuck I don't want on my channel. That type of rhetoric where you're trying to tell people, like, oh, it's impeding free speech, like, that's actually a fucking psyop, and you're making the world a worse place by insisting that people stand there and take hate speech. So, yeah, shut up. Brown chuds. Yeah, they exist, man. A lot of them are cops. Kiz says, I know a Cuban one, lol. Yeah. Sorry, it sounds funny. Yeah, it is funny. It's funny until they're, like, trying to beat you up, you know? Apollo says, I've been using it interchangeably with debate, bro. Maybe I've been using it wrong. Yeah, you've been using it wrong. Just hiding some users. Great, there we go. Hide user on channel. All right, if any of my video has been useful or interesting to you, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Or if you like my haircut, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Sam says, we're all completely welcome to go make our own YouTube channels if we want to. We are here at Cornelius' channel to hear Cornelius' views. Well, yeah, I mean, this is my channel. You guys are free to make your own channel and say whatever the fuck you want to say, but I don't have to entertain your fucking bullshit on my channel. White Russian, I don't know what you're saying, so if you could say that in English, that'd be great. Kelly says, I just subbed specifically for the hair. Oh, fuck yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Fuck yeah. Does anybody have any questions about what's going on in LA, or maybe you saw something on TV and you want to know if it's true or not, and I can tell you what I saw on the ground. I also did see a few people get shot with the rubber bullets, and let me tell you, man, that shit is no joke. They shot at a kid who was about, he had to have been around like 18, 19 years old, and he was not doing anything. He just happened to be in the crowd. They shot him in the back of the leg, so he had to have had his back turned. And I helped drag him away from the police line, and he was very distressed. You know, he was in so much pain. He really genuinely thought that his bones were sticking out. I had to take a look and reassure him, like, no, I don't see any bones sticking out. It's not broken. You're okay. Yeah, they hurt really, really bad. They're designed to hurt really, really bad. And he declined getting an ambulance called or anything like that. I did my best. I'm not a medic, but I did my best. I helped calm him down and get him out of the danger zone, so that's what's important. But I really did wish that I had my ice packs with me, because I had donated a bunch of ice packs to the medical supplies distributors. But I didn't have any on me when it counted, so yeah. Shell says, could you give us a little story time on your protest? I'm going to one in dentist. I don't know what you mean by story time. Like, what do you... I've been talking about what I've been doing in my experience. And I did an Anarchist News update yesterday and talked about what I saw as well. White Russian says, poor guy, thank you for helping him. Yeah, yeah. There, I also ran into another fellow who had been at the demonstrations for the past few days, and he had gotten shot up multiple times in the same leg. His his whole leg was like deep purple. It looked really bad. This guy was just like, "Yeah, no big deal. It's fine. Hey, I'm back ready for more." I was like, "Dude, you're a fucking G. Are you kidding me? Like, fuck." You know, there's a lot of brave people out there, and some of them have nothing left to lose, man. Like, some of these people are some of the most hardcore people I've ever met in my life, and they came to the U.S. because they didn't have any better options, man. Like, if they had stayed where they were, they would have been killed. A lot of people, and I have a lot of admiration for Mexican immigrants. And the thing is, man, California was stolen from Mexico. Like, California used to be part of Mexico, guys. It's like these fucking dumb shit governments came around and they just decided to draw arbitrary lines in certain places and say that, like, oh, now we call the shots. Now we get to tell you where you get to be and where you can't be. And they're still doing that. That's colonization. Like, it used to be before borders that people would just wander around wherever they found, you know, found that they wanted to be. And fuck, what, like, how long ago were these borders created? I want to look it up. When were first borders of the United States? It's kind of hard to say. Okay, let's see. When was California made a state? When was California founded? The European... The state... California was admitted as the 31st state of the Union on September 9th, 1850. It hasn't even been 200 years that California's been a state, guys. Hunter Biden's pipe. Of course, Hunter Biden's pipe would think that borders are needed to protect rights and culture. Dude, borders do the opposite of protect culture. Are you fucking serious? You're an idiot, dude. I am done says agree with part of Mexico, but don't give back, at least not without a fight. Bro, Mexico isn't the fucking entity that's threatening California. The US government is the entity that's threatening California right now. The US government has imposed itself on the people of California against their will, and now they're telling us what we can do and where we can go, and they're fucking bringing weapons against against the people of LA, against American people. They do, you know, while I said I only saw a few people from the military out here on the ground, they are here and they are around, and if it was up to the federal government, they would have already had them march in on us and use the full force of the American military against the people of the US. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes politically, but yeah, this isn't going to end. It's not going to go anywhere. Hunter Biden's crack pipe just got banned. I should have just banned you in the first place. Fucking racist piece of shit. Borders do the opposite to protect culture. Cornelius Van Gogh 2025. Hell yeah, thank you. Vaccinated anti-vaxxer says it wasn't part of Mexico very long. Dude, that's because Mexico hasn't been a country for forever either. Are you kidding me? I literally just said before borders, people just existed on the land. That's literally, you're agreeing with me. Like, I'm an anarchist. I don't understand. How do you not understand that I'm anti-state? Like, what the fuck? Nationalism is anti-anarchy. Okay? So just because I fucking don't stand with one nation doesn't mean that I automatically stand with another nation. It's not one versus the other. They're both illegitimate. Okay? Mexico was founded on colonialism too. Holy shit, you guys. It's not fucking rocket surgery. Fuck. Would you say you're closer to a libertarian than a leftist? No. I'm a fucking anarchist. What's up, Terry? Boots on the ground. Thank you for the info. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. And let's see. I'm gonna get my money links in case somebody wants to get down with a kickdown. I did use the funds that folks kicked down yesterday for a number of supplies, and yeah, medical supplies. Oh, there's me. Medical supplies, which some of them were confiscated by the fucking Gestapo, man. Fortunately, not much. Not many. There's still plenty in the storehouse. There is my Cash App link in case anybody wants to donate on Cash App. Please don't donate through Super Chat because YouTube takes 30% and they only pay out once a month, and that's not for a couple weeks yet. It does help. And no matter how you feel about what's going on, if you don't think that medical supplies should be distributed to civilians, then you're a piece of shit. Like, that is the most objectively good thing that I can think of to do to help in a situation like this, is to collect and distribute medical supplies. Because people are going to do what people are going to do. And I want to be there to help. Santi says, corn going to the bank today. What? Did you donate? That'd be great. Santi should fucking throw down. I don't know what you think, like, that I get, like, thousands of people donating to me every time I post my money links. No, I get, like, maybe one person donating. Yesterday's stream, I got 4 donations. So, yeah. I am done, says donation will be wisely. Medical supplies will be needed. Sam says jam don't stress on the mod though. Chat just rolling itself. Sam, the chat is not rolling itself. I'm doing a lot of moderating right now. But it seems to be cleared out a bit. It's definitely slowing down. There was a lot of trolls here. What's up, Just a Mom? What's up, Frankie? I'm going to give Satan a little treat here, okay? Okay. Good girl. Dude, I fucking lost my smokes last night on the way back to my spot. So I'm going to see if there's a cigarette butt that I can smoke here. And I'll take some questions. We're like halfway in. This is going to be probably an hour stream. I'm surprised that I was able to keep it going an hour. Obviously, there is a lot more news, but I'm being careful about what I'm saying exactly because I mean, you know, it's just good to be careful. It is so fresh, and I honestly am still kind of processing last night and how things panned out. Ew. it's a lot. Um, and I don't want to say anything that's like just purely my own conjecture. Oops. Because obviously I do have a lot of personal feelings and interpretations of how things have gone and how things are going, which I'm going to save those for a different type of segment, you know, like the Total Chaos morning show or whatever, where it's just like me shooting the shit and I can tell you guys what I really think about things, but right now I'm just trying to give you as much information as I can. I'm done says help towards smokes. Thank you, I'm done. I really appreciate you. Yes, thank you so much. And earlier today, Jason kicked down before I went live, like a few hours ago, just randomly. So thank you, Jason. That was a wonderful surprise to wake up to. Just a mom says, did you see rogue pallets of bricks? Some of my friends saw some. Um, no, I did see just empty pallets around. And okay, so this is some insider information from last night that I forgot to mention. Not that I forgot, I just haven't mentioned it yet. But there are absolutely plants. Like, people asked yesterday and they were like, oh, do you think there's paid protesters? And I think they were expecting me to say no or something. But yes, there are. But it's not paid protesters on the side of the people. It's paid protesters that are fucking feds and cops. And I saw a couple. I got a video of one of them yesterday. He actually was the reason why the police opened fire on that young man. And again, that happened a couple of times where there were people at the front that were like getting hyphy and like yelling in people's faces, and other people were like, yo man, stop, that's not what we're doing. And the guy would become combative. The guy I got a video of was like, I'll post the video somewhere later. um, but he was being all argumentative and trying to like start some shit with them too. And they were like, no, dude, we're not doing that. And they were like yelling at everybody else, like, this guy's not with us. This guy's not with us. This guy's a fucking fed. This guy's a plant. And that's when I had my fucking phone out in his face. And he looked all like, at first he looked like he was gonna fucking like try and fight the guy or like argue back. And then he backed off when he realized how many people were becoming aware of him. And then he just like backed up and ran away. He fucking just like straight up was like, oh shit, and then like ran away because he got found out. So I'll be posting that video later. And that wasn't the only time I've seen that as well. So the fake news media narrative, they're gonna say, oh, the Antifa is hiring Antifa protesters, they're fake protesters. No, that's not the case. We don't need to hire people. We don't. There's enough people that hate fascism that we don't need to we don't need to fucking what's the word? I don't even remember the word for it. Recruit. We don't need to recruit people. There's already people. And if you don't want to be at the protest, I said this earlier, a really good thing that I really want to catch on, especially around LA because everybody's so trendy, but I want people to start just wearing black bloc everywhere because that'll confuse the government. That'll confuse the cops. If there's a bunch of people wearing black a few blocks over from a protest that have nothing to do with the protest, those cops are going to be like, oh, it's people, and then they're going to spend all their time watching those people. And that's why black bloc is so important, because it anonymizes people and it makes it harder for the police to track people. So I'm not saying like wear a mask. I mean, yeah, you could wear a mask, just like a COVID mask, like whatever, to I mean, it does help. Like, COVID is still a thing, so it does actually help safety, but it also helps people that are being activists. Just wearing, a black T-shirt and black pants. White Russian says, I'm down to wear all black. Yeah, it's a goth summer, dude. Last summer was brat summer. It's fucking black summer. Black bloc, Antifa summer. Also, repping anarchist stuff, just like out in the world, is an act of resistance. like wearing a big anarchy A on a t-shirt or a button or other symbols against fascism, just publicly wearing that shit all the time while you're not demonstrating. Well, you're just in your everyday life, because that improves visibility and that shows other people that there are allies that are out and around. Like, and if people see you repping anarchist stuff, then they'll want to talk to you and you can make friends. It's not illegal to be an anarchist yet, so the more we exercise our right to free speech, the better, and the harder it will be to curb that. Okay, Hay says, every time I wear anarchist shit, I get attention from the taxation is theft crowd, though, who want to be friends. That's fine. That's chill. I think a lot more people are anarchists than they realize. I think a lot of people don't know what anarchists are because of all the misinformation and the propaganda in the news. They want to say that Antifa is a terrorist organization. No, the terrorist organization is the LAPD and Donald Trump and his fucking fascist crew. They're terrorists. The people that are on the ground that are protesting for their rights and for the rights of fellow citizens of the United States and immigrants to the United States, those are just people who have a moral compass, Pat says, all the immigrants, thank you for your support. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, thank you. I got nothing but love from folks on the ground out there too. A lot of wonderful Mexican folks that were really happy to see white folks and other people that were there. I think that using your white privilege in this situation is very, very important. If you are a white person, take up cops' time. Like, ask them stupid questions, stall them, keep them occupied as much as possible. Repeat Descender says, good to see you, Corn. Thanks for fighting the good fight. My ass is too old and broken to be out on the street, but I'm there in spirit. Well, like I said before, you can just wear black bloc and like loiter. I just saw a bunch of cops rolling by. Oh, there's more. More. Oh shit. They're gone. Okay, never mind. Oh, there's more. Oh fuck. Dang. I just missed him. There was like six cop cars rolling by toward downtown. I'm not too far. I'm like less than a mile from where demonstrations are. I'm sure people have gathered again. They will continue to gather. Mostly they're sticking around City Hall all the way to the detention center near Little Tokyo, and they've been taking over downtown. And for as much as the media wants to say that protesters are blocking the roads, it's not the protesters blocking the roads, it's the cops. And what I've been seeing is that cops will blockade areas where there are no protesters. And then, of course, because there's a bunch of cops there blocking the roads, the protesters will gather there. And there's not organization. It's literally just people out on the ground that are concerned for the safety of their fellow citizens and immigrants on the ground. And people that are just trying to get through their fucking day. Also, I think immigrants is a little disingenuous because, like, a lot of these people and their lineages and their ancestry comes from this area. Like, a lot of Mexican families have been occupying this region of America, the continent of America, for thousands of years. So, like, yeah, a lot of people are immigrants, but a lot of people literally just have been here. And the borders are what's new. So, yeah. Anyway, the police are blockading areas like the exit off of 110 to downtown. They're blocking all of that. They won't let anybody through. They're blocking major streets because they don't want more people to join these protests. Yeah, the police blockades are the ones that are blocking people's way to get through. and the media is in their pocket. CNN, fake news. I saw a video where a CNN reporter was trying to claim that protesters were throwing rubber bullets. They were picking up the rubber bullet shells and they're like, oh, what are these? Oh, the protesters are throwing this at people? That's crazy. Like, no, that's literally a rubber bullet. That's police stuff. And they're shooting them at fucking innocent people, kids, reporters. They're hurting people for just being there. And they are 100% agitating the crowds. Um, the crowds were very peaceful, and one of their chants was, "This is a peaceful protest." They were not doing anything at all. They were exercising their right to free speech and their right to assembly. And then the police will show up, blockade areas, push people around, act very aggressive. I've got a few videos of police like pointing rubber bullets at people who were literally just standing there trying to intimidate them, and rile the crowd up into doing more than they were already doing, which was just standing and being present. Sam says an Australian lady reporter got aimed and got by a rubber bullet. Yep, that's right. And those rubber bullets are crazy. They can break bones, especially at close range, like that video that I saw with the Australian reporter. These fucking pigs have absolutely no respect. Divorce says seems like a lot of pageantry from the pigs with the horses and shit. Absolutely, yeah, yeah. When the pigs came in with the horses, they actually blockaded an area where there were no protesters, and they have brought out like 100 mounted police and started gathering in an area. Um, and of course, you know, when you get a bunch of people aggro in an area, people are going to congregate and be like, what's going on here? Like, that's just natural. And they know that. So they're using show of force to kind of astroturf riots. They're creating a conflict where there is none. Ross says, did they really shoot the news crew? Yeah, and they've targeted other people as well, including medics. They've been targeting medics. I've been helping with medical supply distribution, and I said earlier in the stream, they followed 3 of our distributors to their storehouse, which was not near the protests, and detained them and confiscated their medical supplies. Zen Ali says police equals collaborators. Yep. Sam says at least 2 Australian reporters and camera persons have been got. They have huge cameras. It's obvious they are media. Absolutely. They're 100% targeting media, media and medical. Pat Ideas says, one LAPD, the cops stop me for walking in my own business, then yell at me for being Chinese, then have my hands behind my back, touch my whole body. I go home and cry. That's not right from them. That's fucked up, dude. And honestly, it feels like they're pushing people more towards Chinatown too. They're pushing them into the not white neighborhoods. Absolutely. Which hurts businesses too. Ratatosk says she said protesters were firing them at police. Yeah, the CNN reporter, CNN, fake news, all these fucking big major media news outlets, they're in the pocket of the ruling class. It's propaganda news. If you're watching mainstream news, you need to turn that shit off because it's propaganda. The Matthew says, sweet mullet. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. My hair gets like extra curly and nice from, I don't know, like just not doing anything with it. I'm really enjoying that. Sam says I didn't look yet, but maybe something is happening in Atlanta also. I didn't look yet. Yeah, I believe there is, and there's protests going on in New York City as well. Big protests where people are actually showing up to stop ICE from harassing people. Patricia Gomez says ICE got one of my family members. Holy shit, Patricia! I'm so sorry. Who is this person, and how can we help spread awareness? And where are they? Where are they being held? Will says, what are your pronouns? They, them, sometimes he, him. Sam says, oh wow, New York as well. Yeah, New York is going off right now. Keep your eyes on New York City as well. They're probably the media is using the distraction of the LA protests, like rile people up, get everybody to pay attention over here while there's a lot happening in Palestine as well. Like the Freedom Flotilla got taken and people from it were arrested because they were trying to bring humanitarian aid to people who are starving to death in Gaza. I haven't been able to pay attention to what's been going on with that, so if anybody else has, feel free to update me, because I've been here paying attention to what's been going on here. Protests in Denver too. That's good. More solidarity whatever city you're in. Find the action, and if you don't have the means or ability to join the action, just loiter in black bloc near the actions to confuse the cops. Take up their time. Just a mom says, and they sprayed chemicals all over the supplies, so even if they weren't taken, it won't be viable. I don't know about that. I didn't hear about that. At least here. Oh, you mean at the flotilla? That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. Will says, should have elected Kamala. You're an idiot, dude. Kamala's a fascist too. If you guys think it's left versus right, then you are so deep in the fake news media narrative and you need to get out of it. The only difference between Kamala and Donald Trump is that Donald Trump is mask off, which is obviously more dangerous being mask off, but you know, depending on how you see it, being mask on can be more dangerous too. Because then you got all these liberals and Democrats thinking that they won freedom by voting in another fascist, and that's not true. Jaden says, good idea, loiter, bother them on it. Going downtown now. Peace out. Thanks for the inspiration. Fuck yeah, James. Hell yeah. See, James got the right idea. Wear all black and loiter. You don't have to be up on the front lines getting tear gassed and shit. You can just go and patronize businesses. Go get a burger downtown. Hang out. Walk around. Pass out cigarettes to people that need cigarettes. I know I was wandering around downtown and I lost my smokes. I would have been super happy if somebody was like, hey, here's a smoke and a soda, you know, or whatever. OG says, why do they always look like this? Because you are a prejudiced piece of shit. That's why. You'd think that everybody that looks different from you looks the same. And I just banned you. I am done says, agree, not left and right. Yeah. It's not a left versus right issue. They're both wings of the same bird, y'all. That's why I'm an anarchist. Holy shit, we're getting at 51 minutes. I'm going to go back inside and spam the chat with my money links. If anybody wants to get down with the kickdown, you don't got to be a baller to drop $1. Anything that you donate goes directly to supplies for people in need, whether it be medical supplies here in LA or supplies for Slab City Library. If you don't know what Slab City Library is, that is the operation that I ran for many years and founded in its current iteration. Slab City Library is an anarchist off-grid library that distributes books and supplies and information and materials to people in Slab City, and it's a bastion of freedom. So feel free to donate. Here, I'm gonna send my links. If you want to donate, try not to donate through super chat, please, if you can, because YouTube only pays out once a month, and they steal 30% from me, at least, if not more. It's hard to know how much they take because there's absolutely no transparency. So fuck YouTube. You can circumvent and donate directly on these money apps here if you would like to. Daniel says, too bad people aren't protesting to keep our women and children safe. That's literally what they're doing. That's literally what they're doing. ICE is disappearing people from their families. So, yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. Zen Ali says, stay proper, dangerous. Hell yeah. Dangerous to the state and to the system of oppression. Santee Todd says, that's a lot of walking and standing for you. Did you receive your new leg? No, I did not. And I'm in a lot of pain. Actually, I had to start taking kratom again because of it, unfortunately. But I have an appointment with my doctor tomorrow, and I'm going to see if I can at least get some help expedited because this is really bad. My request for a new prosthetic and the clinic that I wanted to go through was denied, which should be no surprise to anybody who's been following along with the way that the U.S. is going. I'm literally an amputee. Okay, here. Okay, here. This. I need a new one of these, and I've needed a new one of these for over a year now. This is falling apart. I don't know if you can see. This is falling apart. I've got cardboard and packing tape in here to add more padding so that it fits more tight on my leg because I lost a bunch of weight. That's why it doesn't fit right. And yeah, my request for the clinic that I needed to go to was denied. So now I have to appeal that and figure out what I'm going to do about that. Thank you for asking, though. Yeah, it's really hurting me. I have been ripping around on my scooter and doing a lot of scouting. So that's kind of my way to minimize the amount of wear and tear on my leg that is happening. But you know, when there's a moment like when that kid got shot in the leg while his back was turned, you know, dragging him away from the crowd and you know helping with that, those moments, like I'm not thinking about my pain and how my leg is. I'm thinking about that other person and what pain they're in. Ratatos says, I know which side Corn is on. I'm always on the side of the people, man. We the people, dude. Don't forget it. It's we the people versus the fascist regime that wants to stomp us out and control us and take away our rights, blocking streets, blockading roads that people need to go to work on and live on and be free on, and people in power that want to push us around for demanding rights. The haters of free speech are the LAPD. I am done says hit like if you agree. Yeah, that's a good idea. Hit the thumbs up button, folks. And I just want to see a little bit. I want to feel a little bit of support here. And if you're in the chat and you want to show your support, at least like in spirit, go ahead and raise your hand. Do your favorite hand emoji. Show me some support and hit the thumbs up button. I want to see those thumbs going up. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Just a Mom, Chris Bandit, Janice Denny, Sam Platypus, Russian, White Russian, Thor Von Fabern, I Am Done, B Law, Ray the Retro Gal. Fuck yeah. Hands up if you support the people. These are all comrades. Thank you guys for showing support. I'm going to take a look at, where's my phone? Here it is. I'm going to take a look at my phone and see if anybody else got down with the kickdown so I can shout you out. And I'm going to mix up some kratom for my day because I got to go to work, do some community work today. When I say I got to go to work, like, I don't mean I'm going to my 9 to 5. Like, I'm saying that kind of facetiously because it's easier than saying what I'm, like, I am going to work in essence. That is what I'm doing, but I'm not going to work in the way that a lot of people go to work, right? I do exclusively community and volunteer work in exchange for the things that I need. So I'm not getting paid by the man so that I can give money to another man so that I can not own anything. If I'm not going to own anything, because, you can't fucking own anything in this day and age. If I can't own anything anyway, then I'm not going to ruin my life to pay for it, pay for stuff that I can't own. Were you in the Minneapolis ice raids? No. You look like the individual offering jobs? I don't know what that means. I'm not an employer. Oh yeah, I was going to check and see if anybody kicked down. Let's take a look. Sam says, Sam needs cheese too. Corners any of Satan's big bag of shredded cheese still exists? We can eat cheese together. Yeah, I can give Satan some cheese in a minute here. Oops, shit. I'm just mixing up some kratom because, yeah, I'm hurting. Now that y'all mention it. Also, I'm gonna drop a link to my Instagram, Anarchist News Instagram. Here you go. If y'all want to follow updates, I've been updating it a lot and posting shorts on there about what's going on and what I've been seeing. And also links to organizations that you can keep an eye on or send funds to or calls to action, etc. So follow me on anarchist.news. Sweet cup. Thank you. It's a good cup. Sam says they shut my PayPal account down because I don't have unexpired photo ID because I'm homeless. So here's cheese nickel for next month. Thank you, Sam. You're sweet. Fuck yeah. We do love the cheese nickels. Sorry about your PayPal account, though. That sucks. Look at this little waggy tail dog. She knows what time it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. I'm going to give y'all a minute if you have any questions. Maybe you saw something on the news that you want to know if it's true or not. What I saw personally, I was eyes on the scene, boots on the ground, so you can get at least a first-person account from me if you want, if there's something that you would like to know. And if you got some cheese, take a moment and enjoy some cheese. Hmm. I gotta see what time it is. Oh shit. I actually gotta go, guys. I gotta go, folks. White Russian says, did you get Cash App? Oh, sorry, I totally forgot to look at the money apps. Let me take a look so I can shout you out before I fuck off. Okay, never mind. It's not, I don't need to go like right this second. Okay, I thought it, for some reason in my brain, I read 4:32 and I thought 5:32. And if it was 5:32, then I really needed to go. But I'm still good. I'm good. Oh shit. Let's take a look here. Oh my god, my fucking phone crashed. So here's another thing that probably y'all that aren't here don't know, but phones have been super weird since the protests began and since the police presence has been here. Like, it's phones have been weird and they've been glitching out a lot. And when I've been trying to like connect to the internet, I know that there's like, because there are a lot of people downtown, there's a lot of people taking up the signal bandwidth and stuff. So that's definitely affecting things. Like, things aren't loading very quickly. It's hard to see what's going on. Oh my god. But also my phone has just been really glitching out a lot, and other people have told me that their phones have been glitching out a lot too. So I don't know what that's about. Like, my phone has been randomly just shutting down. And when I open apps, they won't load, and then they'll just shut down and crash. And I've got all my updates. It's just very strange. Okay, so now I see. Okay, now okay. Fuck yeah. I got a kickdown from Edward and Tanya. Thank you so much. I'm assuming one of those is White Russian. Thank you so much. Y'all are fucking so sweet. And let's take a look here on Robert K. Kicked down on PayPal. Thank you, Robert. Oh my god, yeah. See, my phone's just fucking just shitting out right now. Dude, come on. It's like, okay, there we go. I don't want, now it's just taking forever. I don't want to put people on blast on my channel here. Okay. Holy shit. Sam says, I've been learning conspiracy theories. Yeah, that sounds totally normal behavior to block phones, create confusion. Oh my god, America. Conspiracy theories with full evidence is just facts. Yeah. Well, it's just a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's just a literal conspiracy. Okay. I'm trying to shout people out that kicked down. Jason. Okay, I already shouted Jason out earlier today. And Robert K. Little something for the smokes. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate you. Hell yeah. Okay, let's see how long it takes Venmo to load. At least it went through. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. D Bapto says, yo, Cornelius, what's up, D Bapto? How you doing? All right, nothing on the Venmo. So that's 3 kickdowns during this stream. That's awesome. And if anybody else feels so called, 4 including Sam's kickdown on the super chat. So thank you too, Sam. I really appreciate you. And there's my money apps one more time if you feel so called. I will be getting more medical supplies or anything that people need later today and tomorrow and over the next few days. We'll see how this pans out, because I also do have some theories about things that I've seen that I'm not going to just put on blast right now, because I'm still kind of like digesting this information before I don't want to just like cause confusion and panic or anything like that. But yeah, keep an eye out for the next Anarchist news segment, and maybe I'll maybe I'll have some more insider information once I figure out kind of more context for some of these things that I've seen. Ah, hell yeah. All right. All right, folks. I got to get moving. I really appreciate y'all joining me today, and thank you so much to anybody that got down with Kickdown. Y'all are fucking amazing. Truly amazing. I got to check in with some other stuff. Satan says thank you. Yes. Satan says thank you. We love you. Y'all take care of yourselves. And remember, all black is the look of the summer. Wearing all black and loitering in public spaces, go do it. It'll add more confusion for the cops. Everybody's going to look like Antifa to them. You don't have to be up on the front lines to make a difference and be an activist. Also, publicly repping anarchist stuff is an act of resistance right now. Okay? I'll see y'all later. Take care, everybody. Bye.